Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So Ustad Rehan with the Sanad Trust Foundation and Sanad Prep Learning Center. We are honored to be here in your company today. We took a couple of weeks off for Ramadan, and now we are back to resume our morning assemblies, inshallah, on usually on Thursdays. So you're most welcome to join us, and inshallah, there's benefit in this few minutes that we spend together. We'll begin with our intention, the way that we always begin. And as you know, the morning assembly is kind of been a feature of our Sanat Prep Learning Center since day one, over 10 years ago now. Every morning we have a morning assembly where we make our intention as a group of teachers and students and staff, and follow that with a beneficial reminder. And we talk about a variety of things throughout the year. And we conclude by giving salams to one another and making du'as for success in the day. So we'll do that together with all of you, inshallah. You're welcome to join us. We have our students today learning remotely online. Each of our students is in their respective homes. Our learning coaches are working with them. And we welcome you to the morning assembly. So, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد نويت تعليم وتعليم وتذكر وتذكيرا ونفع والانتفاع والإفادة والاستفادة والحث على تمسك بكتاب الله وسنة رسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم والدعاء إلى الهدى والدلالة على الخير ابتغاء وجه الله ومرضاته وقربه وثوابه سبحانه وتعالى. So generally, this is the intention that we read. It's an intention that was compiled by Imam al-Haddad, and essentially what we're saying is that everything of benefit that we are deriving from our studies today and our knowledge, our pursuit of knowledge today, that we intend to not only benefit ourselves by means of it, but be of benefit to humanity. And we're doing all of that for only Allah's pleasure, His reward, and His satisfaction. And we ask Allah to make that so. So among the things that we've talked to the students about throughout the past couple of weeks in the morning assembly have been related to Ramadan. Today we wanted to kind of consolidate some of the more salient points and some of the more notable things that we've been mentioning for the benefit of the audience maybe watching on Facebook or YouTube, and just provide a few updates about the foundation's work as well. So we started our conversations in the beginning of Ramadan talking about our intentions and what our intentions should be as we enter Ramadan. And there's everyone has their own unique intentions that they should have made, inshallah, but they're intentions that should be with great aspiration. Like we should have great hope and expectation of the return of our investment in Ramadan. And it's a great opportunity to be able to do that. And there's things that happen to us, not only spiritually, but just physiologically through the act of fasting. There's such a shift in our kind of normal day-to-day routine that whenever you have a break like that, even if it's just in regular normal day-to-day life, whenever you have a dramatic shift or like a pivot that you make in your life, it's really a good opportunity to reevaluate goals and objectives and habits and things like that, because it's kind of like a point within your life of renewal and opportunity. And so likewise, Ramadan, when it approaches, is a good opportunity to evaluate as we make this pivot into a change of our day-to-day schedule, a change of our eating habits, a change of our sleeping habits, a change of our habits of worship. And so it's a good opportunity to do that. So we began the conversation earlier in the month talking about, seeing and recognizing Ramadan as an opportunity to do that. And certainly with regards to our spiritual hopes and our intentions and our habits, but also just in terms of our day-to-day habits. Maybe there are foods that we were eating before that we want to reduce or eat less of or remove from our diet, or things that perhaps we want to add to our diet, habits of sleep and rest, etc., that we wanted to change or adopt, good habits that we wanted to begin, and habits that we maybe wanted to limit or reduce or remove from our life. These are all things that inshallah, as we could leverage Ramadan to help us with. We also talked about the things that we have been taught directly from our deen, which are the benefits and the kind of spiritual focus of the different parts of Ramadan. The first part of Ramadan being an opportunity to focus and really derive great benefit from that focus on Allah's rahmah. And then the second 10 days, the receipt or the opportunity for Allah's forgiveness. And then the final 10 days being an opportunity to focus on Allah's protection from the hellfire and tribulation and fitna, etc. So we're actually quite far along in that process, right? We're concluding the last or the second 10 days and approaching the last third of Ramadan. So those are things that we've been reminding ourselves about, to really beseech Allah and ask Allah for for the things that we were asking for in our dua, by the attributes of Allah's rahmah, by the attributes of Allah's forgiveness, by the attributes of Allah's protection. And these are things that we've been reminding ourselves about. Another point that we made in this month is the extraordinary gratitude and humility that we should have for being informed about Ramadan, and the reality that Ramadan exists for everyone on this earth. And in this moment, it exists for every human being on this earth. But there are those that are informed, and there are those that are aware, and then there are those that are not. And so the fact that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us an opportunity and given us the permission to know that it's Ramadan, and then to not only know that it's Ramadan, but to know the extraordinary benefit that is awaiting every human being, right? But to be aware of that, and then to have the tawfiq and the permission to be able to act upon that to whatever degree, we're acting upon it, even if just a small effort, the opportunity to be able to do that. Those are all such extraordinary blessings, because if you look to your left and your right, there are people who are unaware, there are people who are uninformed, and there are people who are as a result not benefiting and deriving from the same day that you're living, the same night that you're living. There are those who are not been given that opportunity. They've been veiled from it for whatever reason. So a couple of things that come out from that kind of that understanding, that awareness. One is that we should have extraordinarily have humility for that. It's not through our own effort, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave us His permission. It's by Allah's grace and majesty and honor and rahmah that He's given us that. So to have humility, to have gratitude, to be extraordinarily grateful for that, and then also to want good for our fellow citizens, for our the rest of humanity, to want that same opportunity for them to what does that look like actionable, to make a lot of dua for people, for their guidance, not for their destruction, but for their guidance, and also not just your dua, but your actions and your words to call people to Allah. So your actions being good, of good character, being kind, conveying greetings, and smiling, and being gracious, and noble and dignified with the people around you. So you having prophetic character, but then also calling people by your words. If there is an opportunity to share the message of the deen, or the benefits of the deen, that you do that when there's good opportunity. So those are all things that should manifest with this humility and this gratitude that we have, just for being able to participate in the month of Ramadan, to be informed about the month of Ramadan. Finally, as we get towards the last part of Ramadan, right, it's important that we all define and capture the full value of Ramadan. So that comes through not just knowledge, but also being reminded. And those of us who are in a position of responsibility for young people, whether they be our children or as students, um, it is important that young people have the opportunity to know the extraordinary value of Ramadan. And that comes through not just people telling young people about the value of Ramadan, but it especially um, means that the parents and teachers of young people embody the value of Ramadan, and that they show the value of Ramadan. It's not enough to just put a young person in front of an imam or in front of a scholar or in front of a lecture and say, oh, learn the value of Ramadan. But the true value that will stick in the hearts is when a young person sees someone they love personally, and whether it's their mother or their father or grandparent or an older sibling or their teachers, right? People whom they directly interact with, that they have a direct relationship, that they have a direct respect for and love for, that those individuals are embodying the value of Ramadan and reminding them about the value of Ramadan and inviting them to benefit from Ramadan. That's when it happens. You know, so parents, we have to be the best example that we can be for what we're hoping in our children. Teachers, we should strive to be the best example of what we're hoping to see and witness in our students. And so this is something that we strive for here at Senate Prep. Not everybody has an opportunity to go to a school like Senate Prep. So for those students, it's really important that the parents take an active role in their tarbiyah and reflecting and modeling the behavior that they hope to see in their children, especially what they hope to see their children uh, do in Ramadan and benefit from in Ramadan. So those are some of the things that we hope for as we get into this last part of Ramadan and prepare for Ramadan's conclusion, which should also include not just ensuring that we capture the full value of Ramadan before it leaves, but also establishing goals that we would like for our post-Ramadan existence and life. So the habits that we've established, to make an intention and a goal to continue those things, the good ones. Things that we dreamed up and hoped for within Ramadan, that we established the goals and a plan and a strategy to kind of execute on those things after Ramadan. And last but not least, having having lofty aspirations. All of the hope that comes in Ramadan, all of the great opportunity that Allah tells us about in Ramadan, that type of opportunity exists outside of Ramadan as well. So one of the kind of life hacks that we can use is where Allah has unveiled all of the blessed and spiritual opportunity in Ramadan, to have the same high aspirations outside of Ramadan. The only thing limiting us is not the day and the night being different, that it's no longer Ramadan. The only thing that would potentially limit us is our own kind of feeling or sense that we're incapable outside Ramadan. But the reality is that Allah's permission exists in Ramadan and outside of Ramadan. We just have to kind of ask Allah, call upon Allah, and then um, you know do actionable things towards those lofty goals. And they should be beneficial goals, spiritually guided and faith-based and inspired by the Deen. But they could be goals related to our profession. They could be goals related to our relationships. They could be goals related to our school. They could be goals related to things related to the world that we live in and how we interact in it. But they should be inspired by the opportunity and the hope and the aspirations that hopefully all of us are able to see and be fueled by in the month of Ramadan. Last but not least, I wanted to just share a few updates about the work of the foundation. There's extraordinary work that we've been doing, not just in Ramadan, but for the prior 10 or 11 Ramadans and years. And among those things is our active, this innovative model that we have for education, wellness programs that we have, and community-based programs that we have. All of that, alhamdulillah, has been a long journey, and we're doing exactly what we said, that within Ramadan, and we've had these goals and aspirations outside of Ramadan as well, but certainly within Ramadan, we are even more certain of our mission and our vision. And among those things is for us to, inshallah, establish a permanent home and purchase a facility that will be, located in South Florida, but for the benefit of the entire country. And this facility will be the future of Muslims and Islam in America. It will have services for education, services for family wellness, services for community service, including services for seniors and elders in our community. And it will just be a hallmark location for all of Muslims throughout North America to be proud of, to visit, and to, inshallah, replicate in their own cities, inshallah. And we can be the first of inshallah many centers throughout the country, inshallah. So for that, we need everyone's support and dua. We have a small campaign that we'll be launching in a few days that is focused on just the next academic year. So all of our academic services, our wellness services, and our community-based services, we just want to be able to pay for those things for the next academic year and not have to worry about where are we going to be located, how are we going to be able to do this. So for that, we have a small campaign coming up in Ramadan. The goal is $50,000, and that amount will just get us through the next year. And it will also give us the opportunity to be able to focus on this larger goal of property acquisition and capital development. It will allow us to not have to worry about tomorrow, and we can worry about the next 10 years. And so we are asking, inshallah, for your support. That campaign will be launching tomorrow, inshallah. Please check your inboxes and social media. And to do that best, we invite you to join our newsletter. You can visit our website, sonatrust.org, sign up for our newsletter there, and you'll be informed about all of the programs that we do that are not just in South Florida. Many of our programs are online and for the benefit of the entire country. But those programs that we do, the campaigns that we have going on, our goals, the progress of our work, and you can follow us on social media as well at Center Trust everywhere. Having said that, we have a program actually coming up this Saturday called the Neighborhood Halakha. It's for the entire neighborhood. So whether there are children in the neighborhood, seniors in the neighborhood, new Muslims in the neighborhood, parents, adults, young professionals, there will be something for everyone. We do a portion for young children, we do a portion for young adults and professionals and singles, and we do a portion for adults and seniors. So everyone is welcome. That's this Saturday at 12 p.m. You can go to centertrust.org/Hood Halakha and get more information and register for that program. It will be online, so you can join from the comfort of your home. It's a family event. I actually will be reading a poem that I've written for children that teaches them about spiritual development and character. So we invite you to join us for that, inshallah. We'll also have our special guest, Ustad Derek Pete, who will be saying a few words as well as part of that program. We end with dhikr and dua, so we invite you to benefit from that program. Inshallah, with that all being said, we make a plentiful dua for you, your families, the children of our community, the seniors of our community. Allah bless all of you in this Ramadan, give you all of the good that you're asking for and beyond. And likewise, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you an opening and increase you in every form of benefit for yourself and for others, and inshallah for the Center Trust Foundation. We ask for your dua for us, and we also appeal to you for your support for our work, inshallah, and we invite you to benefit from our work. One of the things that I didn't mention, but I'll just quickly reference it here, is that our Sana Prep Learning Center has multiple components to it. It's an innovative hybrid blended learning program that is on the ground full time for kindergarten through 12th grade, but we also have an online version of it. So if you're interested in another schooling option for your children, wherever you are at, you can reach out to us and see if we might be able to onboard your family and your child into our full-time program. And it's a fully accredited curriculum, and we could do it from wherever you're at. So if you're interested in that, you can reach out to us and we can figure out how to get you, if we can actually offer that program to you, depending on where you're at in terms of the city and the state. But you can reach out to us for that. I already mentioned our full-time on-the-ground program. I mentioned our online program. And I also can mention to you our after-school program, which is focused on the sacred sciences. You can join that program as well. We have students from Colorado, Texas, Illinois, New York. So your family can benefit from that as well. We'll be relaunching Nasiha sessions, a counseling service, also in the next couple of weeks. So there's a lot of things that no matter where you're at, inshallah, we can serve your family in some capacity. Thank you so much for joining us today. Wherever the next few hours and the rest of your day takes you, we pray that you're a source of benefit and that you're benefited by every step you take in whatever good direction that you take. And for all the students that might be watching, including our own, we pray that you have a blessed rest of your day and a rest of your Ramadan. Likewise, for the students that might be watching at home or later, if you're homeschooled or if you're a parent, We pray that Allah bless you for the rest of your day and give you tawfiq in your workplace and your home. And may Allah give us all tawfiq in these last few days of Ramadan, and inshallah allow us to be of benefit to one another. Jazakallahu khairan to all of you for joining us. If you found benefit in this video, inshallah, you can like and subscribe to our channel and share it with family and friends as well, inshallah. Jazakallahu khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.